How do we figure out what we're going to be doing 5 years from now? Well, the trouble is, I like to sort of, with my training in techie pursuits at MIT and Harvard, I like to observe what people do. Never mind telling them, hey, you should go do this, you should go do that. I like to see, what do they do? How do they act? And I've discovered over the 40 years I've been in this field now, I've discovered that people approach the subject of what am I going to be doing 5 years from now in 3 different ways. The first way is to ignore the subject. I mean, luck, I guess, would be the summary of it. They decide, I'm going to depend on luck. I'll find out where I am 5 years from now, and that will help me to figure out then what I'm going to do. Now, that's kind of like surfing, isn't it? It's like saying, what are going to be the waves that will come along then? I'll leap on them, and I'll try to take advantage of them. But it's going to be luck. That's going to guide how I figure out what I'm going to be doing 5 years from now. And then I observed, by watching a lot of people over time, that there was another way in which some people approached the subject, and that was they would say to themselves, I'll know it when I see it. That was famously enshrined in Mamma Mia, where she had 3 fathers and she didn't know which one was really her father, and she said, I'll know him when I see him. As you recall from those of you who saw the play or the movie, that didn't work out. So, but some people say that. They say, I'm going to approach this the way I approach life. I'm going to keep looking around, and if I see something and it's really the kind of thing I want to do, I'll know it when I see it. And then there's the third approach that people take as an alternative. They don't like luck and they don't like intuition. They say, I'll figure out what I'm going to be doing 5 years from now by doing some forethought. I'll do some planning now, right now. I'll figure out some things about myself and I'll let that guide me. Now, that's fine if we call it designing. It's not so hot if we call it planning, because you cannot plan 5 years from now. You have no idea whether we'll be at war or what kind of natural catastrophes come along or what new technologies. You cannot plan, but you can design. So if you're going to design how you're going to figure out what you're going to be doing 5 years from now, you need to have an inventory of yourself. That inventory needs to depend on stories. You need to break those stories down to as close to the atomic level of braindom as you can, and that means skills. What are your favorite skills? Never mind what the marketplace wants, who cares? You can always find ways to persuade people to do, give you work that lets you use your skills if you are enthusiastic about them. I did my own analysis of my own skills, and I had to write them out because I don't remember them. First of all, I'm very good at writing. Secondly, I'm very good at researching. I spend 4 hours a day researching. I'm very good at teaching, and I'm good at speaking. So writing, speaking, analyzing, teaching, researching. Because those are basic atomic elements of who I am, they give me flexibility. I could be a writer, or I could be a speaker, or I could be an analyzer, or I could be a teacher, or I could be a researcher. When you get down to the atomic level of understanding who you are, you then have much greater flexibility. You're not committed just to become a computer repair person. You have many choices about what route you're going to take, as long as your inventory has gotten you down to that level of understanding of who you are. And that's what you need. So When we think about our lives, think carefully how you're going to understand yourself, because your question of what are you going to be doing 5 years now depends on who you are right now.